when I was maybe 13 or maybe even younger than that. I can remember lying in the dark, listening to music, and in my head I would imagine like sort of abstract geometric shapes sort of doing stuff in time to the music. I was like 14 years old, sitting there daydreaming in my English class. You know, people daydream about being a rock star and playing the guitar on the stage. I was daydreaming about doing something I didn't quite know what, but with big screens with stuff happening on them and lights going off. It's just there as part of my imagination. It's a kind of voluntary synesthesia, maybe you'd call it. And I always wanted one day to make a machine that would let me somehow perform these things that I have in my head and put them out on a screen for other people to see. After I'd been doing video games for a while, I just thought, why don't I try making this light instrument? And that became this 4-player interactive light synth. And that could have been the start of something extraordinary. The main problem was that I could never sell it, because nobody knows they want it, and they won't know they want it until they've actually tried it. So in the end, the only way I've been able to develop the techniques is by bringing it into video games.
Jeff Minter is an indie video game legend. He's been around the industry for many years and still makes artful games that have influenced a great number of people.
Jeff has been right at the top of his game for over 40 years now.
80% of my life has been games. And I can't name anyone else but Jeff, still doing his own stuff.
Everything Jeff creates is Jeff in a game. What he's making is stuff he makes out of love.
Jeff has a purity to his work. It's always about the creation, it's always about the creative. It's never about the other stuff that comes along with making something in a video game sense.
Video games are his whole life, but things have changed around him.
The video game industry is worth something like $300 billion today. That's bigger than it's ever been. Most of that money is being controlled by this small number of conglomerates. They're not really interested in the kinds of smaller, self-contained games that Jeff makes. And yet, he survived. How did he do that?